Okay, I definitely see Ledechko right there. And I was right. So, since this is a timed quest, we may as well...
What? You lost something here?
Not lost, sir. More like...
Good day to you. What do you need?
looking for someone.
I'm looking for a fellow called Riki. Do you know him?
You mean Hinek? He's the Tanner's son, isn't he?
Any idea where I could find him?
Oh, I don't know. I try at his folks' house, but he doesn't spend much time there.
Do you know him? Can you tell me about him?
So you know this Hinek. Can you tell me something about him?
Not much, I confess. Most of the village folk avoid him like the plague.
Why's that?
Well, no one with a nose likes spending too much time around Tanners, and that Riki keeps bad company. I've never heard a good word said about him.
What's his father like, aside from being a tanner?
What can you tell me about the old courier?
He's as cantankerous as a hog in a thorn bush. He won't talk to anyone.
Why do they call him Riki?
Why do they call Hinek Riki anyway?
He's a tanner, isn't he? If you ever get downwind of him, you'd understand. Tanning isn't a trade for a weak stomach.
True enough, but not every courier gets cursed with a name like that.
Well, Hinek's nature's no sweeter than his smell.
How come he has such a bad reputation?
Why has he got such a bad name?
Well, like his old man, he doesn't talk much to anyone. And then, he's always skulking off somewhere. I heard he got a taste of the pillory in Rate for thieving. And in Neuhoff, he got boozed up in the alehouse with his cronies, and they beat up some merchants.
So a bit more than high spirits.
Just so. We're all honest folk here, and we've no use for the likes of him.
There must be someone who talks to Riki.
Don't tell me there's not a single person who talks to him.
Well, he's been seen around with one of the bathhouse wenches. Adela, I believe she's called.
That'll be all, sir. Thank you for your time.
Well.
So, Adela at the bathhouse. Well, I could use a bath anyway, so let's see if we can try to find the place.
Yeah.
Oh, right. To be honest, I hardly ever visited Ledechko in my non-Let's Play playthroughs, so I don't know the place. I do not know this place too well. Excuse me, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
What's going on? What's that?
I would like to ask you about Riki.
I heard you've been seeing Hinek, the tanner's son.
So what? Come to preach at me, have you? That I'm a loose woman, a sinner, that I seduce decent men?
Actually, no, ma'am. Nothing like that.
God, no, nothing like that. It's just that you're the only one in the village who sees Hinek, so I came to ask you about him.
Aye, I've seen him often enough. I don't know what I could tell you about him.
Where's Hinek?
Where can I find Hinek?
I haven't seen him in the village for a few days. He must have run off to the woods again.
Does he do that often?
Oh, that's not a bad.
From time
that's
to
not a good
time.
idea.
What the hell does he get up to there?
I don't know.
It sounds like he's up to something.
He goes to the woods from time to time. That smells fishy to me.
What do you mean? There's no law against it, is there?
With all the footpads, looters, cumans, and God knows what other vermin around, it's not the sort of thing an honest man would do.
But Hinnock doesn't have anything to do with those people.
Oh, really? Then what does he do there? I don't imagine he's gathering mushrooms.
Mushrooms? No. More like hares or other game.
So Hinnock is a poacher? That's no surprise.
Well, he was never much of one for an honest trade.
Do you know exactly where he goes? Maybe he has some favourite spot he might have told you about?
He said he has some hideout in the woods, but he didn't tell me where.
When did you see him last?
When did you last see him?
A few days ago. He came to me late in the evening, drunk.
And that was
God,
unusual?
woman, shut up.
I never saw him drink much. He always came to me sober.
So he was acting strangely that evening?
He was strange. I had the feeling he was afraid of something. He kept prattling on and didn't seem to care about you know what. So I threw him out and I haven't seen him since.
What did he say that evening?
Can you remember anything he said that evening?
Oh, I'm not sure. He went on about some fellow called Lubosh who died. That he was regretting he ever got into it, but he never said what it was. And that it wasn't worth it for the money. Aye, and then he was talking about the money. That was very odd.
About the money?
What did he say about the money?
Just that he had a pile of it hidden behind his house.
I see. What did you say to that?
What could I say? He was drunk. He kept saying I was a fine girl and other harlots wouldn't go with him even for money. And if I wanted, I could even take half the money and leave. Or he'd go with me and we could get married and such. Oh, just poppycock.
It looks like he doesn't exactly want that kind of life, to be honest. Did he even look for the money?
Did you go there for a look?
No, I've got better things to do. Obviously he made it up. Where would a layabout like him get so much coin?
Yes, I understand.
Where exactly is it hidden? Oh my god! Adela! When we're done with this conversation, please talk to whoever it is that is shouting in the background. It's annoying.
Did he tell you exactly where he hid it?
He said he buried it at his father's small holding, in the western corner.
All right, thank you.
Goodbye.
Ma'am!
Show yourself.
Okay. Here!
Jesus.
Here I am. Here I am. Now, if you would kindly keep your mouth shut while I'm talking to someone, it would be very much appreciated. Now I can forget about a bath.
What? What in the... You want something?
Nope. Not gonna give in. Not gonna give in. Not this time. Now we have to go and talk to Riki's father. But actually, not before taking those coins. And those I know too well where they are. Don't mind me, sir. Don't mind me at all. Keep on with your tannery. Do I have my spade on me? Spade. I do not have a spade. Why do I not have a spade? Oh, great, I must have left it at home. I must have left it inside of my chest. Well...
Hey, who's there?
Just me, sir. I'll come back in a little bit. Oh, man. Either that spade got nicked by that one guard, or I accidentally sold it. That could have been what the guard back in Ratai took. Even though I knew that I had nothing stolen. While at that tavern, though, yes, I did rent a room, just so I could access my chest. I heard a couple of guys talking, a couple of shady characters. That means that I'm on time. Sir, excuse me.
God be with you.
I'm here to ask about your son.
I'm looking for your son. Any idea where he might be?
I don't know nothing.
Don't you at least know where he usually goes? It's important.
Hinek shows up at home once in a blue moon, so I don't know nothing about where he gets to. Even if I did, why would I tell every Tom, Dick and Harry?
Henry's in trouble, sir. Sorry, Hynek is in trouble.
Your son is about to get into deep shit. I'm trying to find him so I can warn him.
That's nothing new. He's always up to his ears in it.
Oh,
But
this
this
is
time
different.
his neck's on the block. He got mixed up with some very dangerous people. I have to find him.
All right. He was here a few days ago, but he left right away. He looked like he was in a hurry.
And you don't know where he went?
I've got an idea, but I don't know where it is exactly.
I don't follow.
Hinek makes some money on the side from poaching. He boasted to me a few times about what a great hideout he found in the woods, but he never told me where it is.
Well, it's not much to go on, but it's better than nothing. Thank you.
And now about the poacher's hideout.
Don't you have any clue at all where his hideout could be?
I really don't know nothing about that. I could tell when he'd come from there is all.
How's that?
Because every time he brought some hides for tanning and money.
The money he brought home.
He had money because he sold the stuff right away.
I suppose. He never kept any of his loot here.
Do you know who he sold it to?
No. But the innkeeper came here now and again and gave him coin. Of course, it could have been for me.
All right. I'll ask at the inn then.
Thank you, sir. But I do need to know more.
What more do you know?
Nothing. I swear to God Almighty, I've said all I know. Hinek never told me nothing.
You must have noticed something.
I know he didn't talk to you about it, but you must have noticed something, right? How much time did he spend away? What was he wearing? How did he look when he came back? Anything?
Well, he came and went at all sorts of hours. I really don't know. Except maybe one thing. He'd come home scratched with brambles and with leaves and muck on him.
So he probably went through thick woods to get to that place.
I reckon. What do I know?
Yep, that's actually all. Thank
No.
you.
And if he's really in as much shit as you say,
Yeah, he is. So, I guess I can forget about the extra money unless that blacksmith has a spade to sell. Actually, yeah, maybe I could ask the blacksmith if he has... Well, if he has a spade that he could sell to me, or that he could spare.
God be with you.
Won't hurt to take a peek. Yes, he does. Oh, thank goodness. Now, because I am saving up for a
I'd like
horse,
to
I am
discuss
going
the
to be a penny
price.
pincher.
Well, we can try it.
Let's go for 12.
3?
Come now.
Oh, fine, 12.5.
I knew we could.
Though, speaking of speechcraft, this is the... Oh! Oops, I should have taken that. Increases your speech skill when haggling. We'll take that now for future reference. I also have a perk in the main level. That will go... First aid or savage? Savage. Because first aid is all well and good, but I can pick that up at another time. In fact, on the next level up. Now, sorry, father, but... Sorry, Hinek's father, but, gotta be paid for my services. Even though I should technically pay you for the information. Guess I better start digging. Oh, don't tell me I'm standing on the... I am. I hope this doesn't get me stuck. Oh, 115 groschen. Taking. But I am putting that Gamberson onto my horse. Where is it? Where is it? Ah, I didn't want to equip it. Thank you. Right. Now for the innkeep.
Yeah. Yeah.
There are those shady characters.
What don't you get? Why do we have to sniff around for some stinking tanner? Can't we just leave him be?
Don't be such a knucklehead. Of course we can't leave him be. Runt would slit your throat if he heard you.
But he's just some cowardly peasant. What can he do to us?
You really can't get
My
into your
pleasure.
thick skull, can you? It's about our fucking reputation.
How can it help our reputation? Folk already shit themselves when they see us.
God-fearing folk, maybe. But in this trade, even your own
I
people
am
have
so
to be
tempted
afraid.
to eliminate them right here, right
Otherwise
now.
they might get the argument.
But that would be a bad idea. Where's the innkeep? Okay, sir,
Get it, right?
I need you to speak with me frankly and quietly.
Good day to you.
I need to know about Riki.
I want to ask about the courier's son, Hinek.
But ask someone else. They've nothing to do with Riki. They only drive my customers away.
Really? I heard a different story. I heard the two of you do business together.
Who are you, anyway?
A friend of Hinek's. He's gone missing and I need to find him.
I don't know where he is. But if you find the bastard, tell him he still owes me some goods.
Unfortunately, sir, I've no time for evasions.
I've no time for this. I have to find Hinek and you're going to help me.
Am I now? Even if I did know, why the hell would I help you?
This is a nice alehouse you have here. It would be a shame if anything happened to it.
Are you threatening me?
What do you think? So are you going to talk, or do I have to beat it out of you?
Fine. Let's get to the point then.
See now? Where there's a will, there's a way.
I did some deals with Riki, but I swear to God, I don't know where he is.
Still, I would like for you to tell me something about his hideout.
I hear Hinek has a hideout in the woods he uses for hunting game. Do you know where it is?
Not exactly. That is, I don't know where it is at all. But I happen to know it's a dark place, a cave or an old mine shaft.
How do you know that?
Whenever Riki was going poaching, he always came to me first for candles and lamp oil. He brought the game skinned and gutted, so he had to have a light for that.
How much game did he bring you?
How much game did he bring you?
Not much, a few pieces. There's no great demand here. Sometimes the gentry has something, otherwise it ends up in sausages.
And where is there a mine shaft in the area?
And do you know of any mine shafts nearby?
There's a few of them around. There's one on the opposite bank, a short way off the path leading from the forge to the west. Then there's a mine gallery to the east of the village, up in the woods above the cliffs. And I heard
Sir,
there's one
couldn't you
shaft in the
whisper
headlands
this? There was
close to
somebody
water.
else that's
Thank you.
trying to find
You're welcome.
find Riki.
Watch you don't break your neck, though. It's rough ground, and you could easily fall down a shaft.
I know full and well. Thank you.
Good luck to you.
You lot better not follow. So, let's actually check the one closest to us first. Have to make sure that we get there before those fellows find him out. Alright, we should be near now. Yep, we are. I'd better be lucky here. Just in case, I'm pulling my sword out. Stay there, mutt. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This place is empty. Except for some cave mushrooms, which I'll gladly pick up. So, that's a bust. Let's head on over to the next one then, which is right there. The heck? Whose place is this, I wonder? Oh, wait, this is the herbalist that I passed while on my way here. Had an accidental detour.
Yeah.
As tempting as it is to try my pickpocket on that one wayfarer, I'm not gonna do it. What is that noise? Oh, it's that! It's a little watermill. An interesting sight indeed. Okay, what is Pebble stuck on? Oh! It's a fishing net! I wonder if there might be any fish in here. It's a fishing net that will no longer work. But yeah, that noise.
Yeah.
As interesting as that place is, some noises for me I just cannot stand.
Yeah.
And unless I stayed there for a week, and I mean me personally, in real life, I would go absolute crazy because of my ears being sensitive to such sounds. A grave. Wondering if there's any loot here. Yeah, time is of the essence, and I'm looking around on a gravesite for a place to dig up treasure. Yeah. That's the gamer in me. Mutt! What are you doing? Oh, wait a second. This is a mass grave. And definitely no place to dig.
Yeah.
Very well, we will leave it be for now. We have to keep on going before sundown. Oh, and just by the way, at that other mine that I was heading off to, the one that I by editing skipped. There was nothing there but another cave mushroom. Did I arrive too late?
Jesus Christ, what am I to do? Not that I can expect any useful advice from you. At least, you have no more cares.
Need someone to talk to?
Fuck! Don't kill me. I can explain. I won't tell anyone. I swear, I've no one to tell anyway. Just please don't kill me.
I'm not planning to kill you.
You're not one of Runt's men.
No.
Then who are you?
I'm here at the behest of Sir Radzig.
I come here in the name of Sir Radzig Kabila and Sir Hanish of Lipa. I'm investigating the raid on the Neuhoff stud farm.
Got no idea what you're on about.
Bullshit.
Save your breath. If you want any chance to escape the gallows, you better come clean, alright?
Jesus Christ. This will never be over.
So?
Fine then.
That Neuhoff raid of yours didn't turn out quite as planned, did it?
Depends on whose plan you're talking about. We were up to it to grab some loot and bugger off. Only Runt's cutthroats was there to shed blood.
What do you mean, Runt's cutthroats?
There were two gangs there. Mine and Runt's. We was only there to steal, but they wanted to slaughter everyone.
But when you realised what they had in mind, you didn't have to go along with it, did you?
But we didn't know nothing, even though we were going to Neuhoff. They told us to keep watch on the courtyard while they were cutting the horses' throats. Jesus, that fucking vexed me. Their horses was the most valuable thing there. When I spoke up, though, Runt gave me such a bollocking I knew I'd better keep my mouth shut. And when they said we was going to kill anything that moved, then we knew there was no going back.
Tell me about your gang.
That gang of yours, what can you tell me about them?
Don't know what you want to know. There was 4 of us. Me, Timmy, Limpy Lubosh, and Pius Pava. Sometimes we'd rob a place or hold up pilgrims. Never nothing fancy.
I'm sure you did mischief enough. Who led you?
Pius. He was the oldest, and he'd mostly find the jobs for us. Plan them and the like. He got us into that fucking mess in Neuhoff, too.
What about the others?
Timmy's strong as an ox, with a brain to match. You got more sense out of a fence post. And Limpy. I've been with him the longest. He's my one and only friend, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm sorry to tell you that your friend Limpy is dead, killed by Runt. Who put you in contact with Runt? I'm guessing it was Pius.
Who got your 2 gangs together? You must have made contact somehow, right?
Pius. He comes to us and says he's got this prime job. We're gonna rob a farm, he says. That was a big deal, because mostly we just did small stuff. Hold up on the road now and then, nothing fancy. When they told us how much we could make on it, well, we just couldn't refuse.
So Pius knew them?
I suppose, but I don't know where from. We even got paid up front. I should have known from the start it was too good to be true.
And where are Timmy and Pius?
Where did the rest of your gang end up?
You saw Limpy, right?
Yes, but he's no use to me now. Tell me where I can find Pius or Timmy.
I don't know nothing about Pius. He vanished in the woods, and I haven't seen him since. Timmy, I reckon, went back to the mill where he works.
Which mill?
The windmill a bit north of Neuhoff.
Right, now tell me about Runt's gang. Did you know any of Runt's people?
Did you know any of Runt's people?
Not a one. They didn't talk to us at all. None of their faces was familiar either. The only thing I know is they called that huge chief of theirs Runt, and Pius warned us to watch out for him.
Where are Runt and the rest?
I don't suppose you know where they got to after the raid.
On the way to Neuhoff, Timmy told me he was at their camp with Pius. I reckon that's where they've gone now.
And where is the camp?
Did Timmy tell you where the camp is?
Somewhere in the woods. He didn't say nothing more. Thing is, Timmy's got quite an imagination. But Pius roared at him to shut it, so I reckon there must be something in it.
Yeah. Now I need to know about the Neuhof raid. And quickly, we're already losing light.
Tell me exactly how the raid went down.
Well, we stormed in from the rear. Runt's people started slaughtering the horses. Jesus, that was bleeding horrible. Meanwhile, me and Limpy had a sniff round the stables to see if we could find anything worth pilfering. And in the end, we got lucky.
What did you find?
Smill, Sir Hanish's groom. I don't know why he was up and what he was doing in the stables, but we took advantage of the situation. Limpy grabs him by the throat and I slapped him round to encourage him to tell us where the money was. Then it all fell apart at the seams. Quicker than you'd believe. Runt comes running up and skewers the groom like a pig for roasting. My jaw dropped. I thought the stuff about killing was just tough talk.
And it wasn't?
No, not in the least.
What happened then?
I'm gaping at Smill, stuck through and through, and I noticed this boy standing at the other end of the stables. The stupid sods pointing at us, jaw hanging down to his knees, saying, "I know you." Runt turns to us and hisses, "Take him down." So me and Lubosh start running, because the lad took to his heels. At the same time, we could hear the noise of the skirmish in the courtyard. We caught up with the boy at the next farmhouse. I knock him to the ground, but he bashes me with some piece of iron so hard my head's ringing like a fucking church bell. Limpy grabs it off him and stands over him with his bodkin in his hand, and I start praying. In the end, Limpy just gives him a kick and says, "Beat it, Ginger." And then Runt shows up at the gate and hollers that we gotta go, so we scarp it.
Yeah, good thing that Pius did that. What happened after the raid?
What happened after the raid?
We were waiting for that fool, Timmy. Same place as we met them before, so he'd know where we were, right? Stupid fucking idea. But Pius didn't want to leave him behind. Only when Timmy finally turned up, two of Runt's men were dragging him.
There was some difference of opinion?
You could say that, yeah. They started on us right away that we were traitors. They knew we'd let somebody get away, and now we were going to pay for it. They started trying to surround us, and we knew what was coming. But Limpy took his bodkin and let that fucker have it in the belly.
Runt?
One of the others. Timmy broke free from them, and we all took to our heels. Luckily, they were so buggered from the raid, they didn't follow us for long. They just shouted that they'd find us.
Yeah, that seems to be all about the raid. That will do for now.
That's all I need to know. So now what do I do with you?
Well?
Hey, over here! It's up here. Shh. Jay, found the cave. Shut up, Illy. Oh, shit. Runt's people. We've got to get out of here.
They're too close. We'll never outrun them.
Fuck!
At least they don't know I'm here. The two of us can take them by surprise.
No fucking way. I'm gone.
Look here. If you run, they'll catch up with you and kill you. And me too. Together, we stand a better chance.
Jesus Christ. All right. I suppose you're right.
Time to draw the bow first.
Who's there? What's going on there?
Well now, look what's come crawling out from under some rock.
Oh!
Is that what
Nope.
you do?
Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, no.
What's the matter? Come on.
Oh, I'm bleeding. Oh, I am bleeding. It's a good thing, though, that I took thick-blooded. Oh, I almost stabbed him. Ow! Hey! Who the... Oh, it's you. Oh, if only I... That's it. Clench him! We gotta take care of them. That's it. Oh!
Alright, you win. I surrender.
Oh no. If I let you go, you'll run straight to Runt. No. Fine. Run. Oh, shit. Where did the guy go? Oh, you fuckers.
Entertain.
Oh, this... In the end, Mike... Oh, they fucking killed him. They fucking killed him. Didn't they? Yeah, didn't they? Yep, they killed him. Okay, a little bit of a rest time.
Bring it on.
We're one more down. Just that I'm now bleeding. Oh, I lost that clinch. Oh, really? Oh, I'll do you for that. Right. Oh, come on. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, come on. I have to kill him. So I can... Ow! Mott, don't get in the way! Oh, I wanted to clinch him. Ow! Oh! Oh, that's bad. This is bad. This is really bad. This is really bad. Nope. If you have any bandages, I want them. Sorry. Oh, good. You have bandages. Oh. Right, where's the other guy? I have to get his bandage too if he has any. Oh, I am so gonna die, aren't I? Actually, Pebbles, I'll take any amount of healing I can get. The apple and the... Oh, I have marigold decoction. Oh, thank goodness. Right, so... unfortunately, I could not save the other guy, apparently. I'll be spending this time trying to find his body, I guess.